My people, good afternoon to everybody, all my fans out there. Today I schedule my program for 2 o'clock. First of all, I really want to appreciate to greet everybody, but to teach our kids our tradition and custom. But eventually, it's unfortunately that as I promised to kick off by 2 o'clock, I was unable to meet up to what to the demand, which I decided to schedule and change the time of this program to what towards evening. I stand by my word. What is that I'm going to this word culture and tradition, and how can we educate our kids on our custom and tradition, and how can we improve to enlighten our people thinking about our tradition and culture. But today, happy Sunday to you, Anna Maria. I am here now live on the Weirdo Talk Show. But I will say apology to everyone because I'm supposed to kick off on this particular topic today, which I promised to discuss by 2 p.m. I just want to let you know, due to some circumstances which I have, and I forgot I have an appointment today on occasion. So I decided to go to the appointment, the occasion now. But I want to schedule this program again towards evening. That is why I want to note it is very, very important for we to teach our kids about our culture and custom and tradition, which I want to enlighten people, both men and women, to know about our culture, about our tradition and our custom, so that we wouldn't make mistake, or our children will not be misled by other people of their culture and their tradition. With custom and tradition and culture, we have different way people can define culture. We have culture. We know we have cultural incubation when it comes to what biology, come to what chemical, what come to organism. No, we are not talking about those culture. Faith or Sazu, we are talking about the culture. We are talking about our tradition, our custom, our tradition, and where we find ourselves, and the kind of duration we find ourselves. But realize in every duration there are what we call the culture, we have the custom, and we have what the other tradition. In every quarter they have what we call culture, we have called tradition. Same goes to we African, but a lot of Nigerians are being misled, or a lot of Africans being misled. Why are they being misled? They are being misled by the duration they find themselves, or based on they travel out from their country to another country, but they refuse to let their children know that we have our culture, we have our custom, and we have our tradition. This has been a very, very problem to a lot of our people in the diaspora. But as an Weirdo Talk Show, I have come to educate our people. All we have to know about our culture and tradition. Because a lot of us have been misled. We can say a lot of people will do away with their culture and tradition. You see people tending to forget about our culture and tradition and custom. People do tell you, let's forget about Nigerian culture, let's forget about African culture. But the land you are dwelling, but you are abiding with their culture and custom, and you are still working with their tradition. But then when they are going on their feast, you see them celebrate their feast. Now people don't really know what it's all about. What culture and tradition has been defined in various terms. But it's very, very easy for we to know when we are talking about our culture, when we are talking about our custom, when we are talking about our tradition, because I am being sent by God to lead our people, to direct them in a rightful way, so that they will not be what misled by what the tradition they find themselves. That is why, as a servant of God, ordained by the ancestors, they come out and teach our people the right thing to do. That is why, as an Weirdo Talk Show, I am here to let more people about what that particular world culture. Understand? Now, when we talk about, there are different ways. When we talk about what we talk about our culture, no, we know the art and other manifestation of human or intellectual achievement regarded what in collectively. Now, when we talk about the art and achievement of human world regarded collectively, we are dealing of our culture. Now, this particular culture deal with the idea and custom and social behavior of a particular people or society, which we Nigeria, we African, we have our particular behavior, and we have our custom, we have our tradition. Now, we are unable, those of us travel out of our country, we are unable to maintain that particular culture. We are unable to maintain our custom. But I'm not going to go long. because why? I'm not at home now, but because I promised by 2 p.m., that is why I decided to come out to let people know what it's all about culture. That is why I first of all defined so that you people understand we have what you call what culturing. When we come to what microorganism, when we talk about bacteria, when we talk about incubation, we are not dealing on that particular aspect, but we are dealing on the human. When we talk about our behavior, our attitude, our custom, and our tradition. Culture, let me let you know, culture is an umbrella term which comprises the social behavior or normal found in human society, as well as what knowledge, belief, art, law, custom, capabilities, and what habits of what individual in this what group. That is why I am fully here as a weirdo talk show to enlighten our people on this issue of our culture. Now, I am here in Italy, and there are things you need to know. That tradition, the Italians have their own tradition. Even in the same Italian, the North have their own tradition. The South was their own tradition. That is it. Why they do this thing? But they now merge all together as a what? A bleeding culture, so that they will not understand what we can produce. This is how we behave in our own tradition. Then they will not merge it together so that they wouldn't wrong or offend each other. Same thing is what I want with Nigeria to know. Living in the diaspora does not mean we should do away with our culture and tradition and custom, but it's very, very important for we to come with our culture and tradition, like what the Senegalese are doing, what the other Congolese are doing. But the problem is only Nigeria is having this problem in the diaspora. They are unable to teach what the white people their own culture, but rather being slave to what other men's culture. It doesn't mean you shouldn't learn the where you belong to their culture. It is important you learn the culture of where you belong, but it's also important to teach them your own culture. That is what come about what the bleeding culture. You see, the France came up with this culture. Why the Latin came up to Latin, why the Greek now came up with the bleeding culture, so that they can be merged together. Everybody will learn from it, so that we know how we expand, how we move. You understand, from one stage to another. That is why as an weirdo touch, I am here to let people know about what culture is. A complex concept which a lot of people don't understand. It's a social form and a material trait of a racial and religion or social group. Also a characteristic. Now, dealing about this culture culture, what no one thing about people don't understand about this culture, which I want to let people, the way of life, especially general custom and belief of what a particular group of people. What are these beliefs of these particular people? See the word he talk about. He say culture is a way of life of group of people. The behavior, the belief, the value, the symbol that they accept generally without thinking about them, and they are passed along the world by communication and in imitation from one generation to the next generation. Culture symbolize communication, the attitude, your behavior. How do you believe in what Osasimionba village? How do you behave in Igworo? How do you behave in Eboma? Everybody have their own culture. That is what we are being misled, because we have traveled out of our country, but we forget that we have what our culture and custom and tradition. No, he said my people perish for lack of knowledge. A lot of us are being misled. We are being perished for lack of knowledge. Ignorance is what you don't know anything about. That is why I am here to enlighten you people to know things about what the culture and tradition of your own land. In Benin City, especially, I'm concerned to lecture what I told people that what is very important for we not to throw away our culture, our tradition, and our custom. That is why I came up with this one. He said, what we say if someone asks you about this culture, what are you going to do? What is culture? I want to let people know what is culture. He says sociologists have what always did a different way. People, I'm a program. I always watch my this thing before calling me. When you're a program, you always call me. I will block you anytime I'm program. You call me. You don't even check, is this man busy or is on program. Every time you call me on program, which I don't like, I will block this thing now. Always, people don't look and consider what is he doing. Is it on program or whatever? You know this man is always on program. You don't need to call me whenever I'm on program. You can call my WhatsApp. Don't come on my Facebook. The moment you call my Facebook, you obstruct me on my word program. Today, I want to deal on what? The culture. First of all, and same thing, I will also advertise our beloved brother before I kick on what? On this culture issue. Please, before then, I want to first of all let everybody to know, never you forget on this particular issue, on this our beloved brother who is going to what? Because I need to advertise him first of all. Dolomoji one, what of what? Live on stage. Let me advertise since it's making me to. Do not forget this particular issue. This is Dolomoji one live on stage, and he will be launching a live on stage. Dolomoji one live on stage, 15th of January 2020. Let me advertise before dealing on this culture. Please do not forget. Remember this Dolomoji live on stage 20 what on January 15th 2020. Dolomoji live on stage. I want everybody, this is part of our culture, this is part of our tradition. Now there is a music that is going to release on that particular day. He said what? Yeah, this is music. This is music of Dolomoji one live on stage. I want you to hear. This Dolomoji jump out, I believe. But I will do it on a good way. But I want to let you know I'll postpone this particular issue, this culture and this traditional issue. But believe me, on my particular issue, on the have it in mind by 7 p.m. today, I am going to be live on air at my YouTube channel to talk on this particular issue because I have an occasion today. I came for a occasion, but I have promised I don't want to deceive, not forget the people, because I promise on my word culture, on my tradition. So that is why I'm here to talk to the Kongopiri master, the husband to us single mother. I really want to educate our people on our culture and our tradition, which is very, very important for every one of us to learn from our mistake, from our past mistake. A lot of us have made a mistake. We have all made a mistake one way or the other. But today, I'm going to let people know about what? The culture. Thank you very much. South America have their own culture. A lot of us mercy. Thank you very much, my people. Please do share this program. Share this program. Remember, I told you, I promised 7 this evening. Good afternoon, Elena Oko. Thank you, Mercy. So I want you to know, good afternoon. Thank you, my sister. I want you to know by 7 today. Let me say 7:30 today. 7:30. Happy Sunday to you, Elena. I'm going to be on air, but today is a preamble again. Because why? Because I'm in occasion and I'm not going to go on air more on this issue now. But I'm going to lecture you people about the custom, about the tradition, about our behavior, that we should have, that all countries have their own culture. But we shouldn't throw away Africa, Nigeria, Edo people, Asia, Africa. We shouldn't throw away our culture, our tradition. We should think and walk uprightly with our culture. This is how. So after teaching you, we now dialogue and expand more on to know how do we educate our kids on our culture and tradition. First of all, we are going to educate ourselves to make it abreast to everybody that we need to learn and know how do we originate in our custom, in our land, in Ekpoma, in Igwa, in Opoji, in Oredo, in Igor, in Osasimioba, in Ewesi. They have what? Their own tradition, custom. That is why you see everybody have the time of their feast. How they did this to period is our feast. That is why you see the Italian, there are their feast. The American came up with as they have their own feast. That is whenever they are celebrating their feast, that is when you see their holiday. I see no reason we Africa, especially we Nigeria, we Benin, we have do away with our culture, we are custom. No, it is very, very bad. I am here to promote what Africa culture, to promote what the upcoming artists, to promote what the custom of our land, our heritage, our tradition. That is why, as I'm here to talk show, I am here to educate you people. We here is not for us to insult nor point insult on our fellow body, but here is where we educate ourselves on things we are unable, we didn't know, so that we may know through one way or the other. That is why I'm here to deal on our culture, to deal on our custom, our tradition, and how do we educate ourselves. We first of all educate ourselves so that we can expand our culture and tradition, so that our children will know they are not slaves. But a lot of our children will grow up and they will think they are slaves. No, they know. You need to let them know this is your origin. A lot of our children during the slave trade, they don't know their origin. You that know your origin, why can't you teach your children your culture and tradition? Please expect me towards evening. I'm coming up on my evening, but this is just what I'm trying to make people to know that we are do. Most of the time we'll be coming out on YouTube to promote the Africa culture and to educate people and promote an entertainment industry as an Uyedo talk show. Thank you. Please do share and promote the good news that Uyedo talk show always be coming out on the YouTube. Whenever issue that is coming up, how we bring it out through the YouTube channel at the moment from now. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Uyedo talk show. Click the red button and subscribe to my channel. And I see too, God bless you. I remain the Kokobere master, husband to a single mother, the ambassador of Benin culture, Uyedo talk show, no worldwide. The Olo Uyedo talk show. I am here to promote our culture and our education. Thank you, and as you do, God bless you all. But remember one thing, our culture is very, very important. Thank you, Faith Osazuwa. I love every one of you here. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and also share. And as you do, God bless you. Remember, I'm going to write it down on my wall at Facebook, Uyedo Talk Show at Efeolaye on my word program. I'm going to write it there so that you will know when my time of coming out. Whenever I want to be on YouTube, I will let you all know. Please do forget this issue of our culture and tradition is very, very important thing. It's something we need to know. Many of us are being listed, our kids are being literate. You yourself as a woman, as a man, you don't know things about the culture. People do say, I am in Europe, I am in civilized world, and forget our culture, forget our tradition. Why must you forget your culture? It's only the fools and the non-antic we say they should do it with their culture, their custom. No, we are not supposed to do it with our custom, our culture and tradition. We have to make the other people culture and our culture together, so you know what those people want and let those people know what you want. Take from where you are. Like I'm living in Bologna, I will know the culture of Bologna, the tradition of Bologna. Then I will let the people of Bologna, the citizens of Bologna, to know my own culture and tradition. Also to the Italian, because the Bologna did not have their own culture, the tradition. Why the South have their same goes to Italy? You see, they measure together, come together. They know, if you ask them, say Bologna is known for here, this is known for here. That is what their tradition, their culture. That is what I want you as a Nigerian man, as a Nigerian woman, as an African woman. We need to come out with our culture to teach these people. We shouldn't be ignorance. That is why I want you to be aware. So, because when you are not informed, you will be deformed. I don't want any of you to be deformed. That is why I want you to be informed through what Uyedo Talk Show platform. Thank you very much. Keep on watching, and as you do, and I share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Watch out! I'm going to be live on that particular time. I said I will be on air. I'll be on air, and when I'm air, you will see we'll get a deal on this culture, tradition, custom, and our behavior. What? Tell me, why must we do it with our culture? We have a culture. The white men came up with what? What they came up with? They came up with their culture. They came up with, we are before the origination of the white man, the colonial master. We are believing. I will not believing. We are believing. We have been working according to our custom and tradition. Why then you teach this white men and then teach through their own? Then you measure together. Then we know this is how these people behave. This is their behavior. You shouldn't do it with your culture and become what? A non-antic to the society. No. What can you contribute to the development of your environment? What is your contribution? What positive contribution, not negative contribution? You need to act positively to human life, That is why I am here as an Uyedo Talk Show, the ambassador of Benin culture, to act positively to human life, to bring changes to human life, to enlighten people on culture and tradition, so that people wouldn't say their culture is not good, their tradition is not good. No. It say, even the word of God say my people perish for lack of knowledge. So when you are being informed, you should know that your culture, all land have their culture. The American, you shouldn't do it with your tradition, your culture, your custom. It is very, very important for you to teach your children to know How do you come about? That is why I first of all define the word culture. We have known the meaning of culture now. Now, my coming out again, I'm going to teach you what the custom and tradition. You have known about what culture now. This is what I want you first of all to know. As you have known things about the culture now, I believe from henceforth you are not more ignorant of this particular issue. And I want you to spread the good news to your friends, to your brother, to your relative. No, we have been making the good afternoon, Jonas Obama. Thank you very much. We have been making the mistake of not of being ignorant of your what your culture. But the moment you are being informed now, it is very, very important for we to lecture our children, our culture. Very important, my people. I'm going to digest more on this culture. That is why coming out on this YouTube now is to lecture people on what culture, custom, and tradition. If you are contented, you love what I'm teaching you now. Good afternoon, Becky Nusa. Thank you very much. Watch out. I'm going to be there later. Love you all. Please subscribe. Always subscribe to my to my YouTube channel. Press the red button channel. Subscribe and always click to notice. Watch. I'll be on air later today by 7:30. I will inform you when I'm about to come online. Do you know why? I don't want to disappoint anybody because I promised 2 o'clock. That is why I came on air. And as I came on air to let you know, I never disappoint you. That is why I'll give you what a little about what the culture and understanding. I'll be on later in the evening. God bless you as you share. Do not forget your culture, your tradition, your custom. I remain the Kokopiri master, husband to us, single mother. Love you. I'll be on air later today. God bless you. Ciao. Yes, it's very good thing